Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Chuck and Lisa Show. I am Chuck Nellis, and this is my beautiful bride, Lisa. Everybody say hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Hi, darling. Hi, Dershie, my awesome producer. How are you doing tonight?
Better than I deserve, but I think you knew that already.
I keep hearing that rumor about you. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us again. Hey, first thing before we get started, please join our message room if you want to chat with us. You can either ask questions or just interact with other folks that tend to join there. Think already is there. Cool. Good to see you. And also, while you're here, give us a thumbs up down below. And also, if you don't subscribe already, please join us. That way they'll give you a notification. My voice isn't doing great. You'll get a notification before the show.
I mean, really, Chuck, if they're not subscribed and they're listening, what are they doing with their lives?
I know. How does that work? You'd think they had something better to do. Oh, how are you doing? What are you doing over there? Is he making a daiquiri?
It sounds like he's making a drink.
Are you making a daiquiri?
No, just orange-flavored water.
All right, mute yourself when you do that. It sounds like a daiquiri. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Think Already. How are you? Steve is Think Already, by the way. We have a good time in our message room, you guys. Join us. It's a lot of fun. Y'all get talking with each other. We'll throw things out there, comment on what we talk about, okay? First of all, I guess we need to find out where we can find us, right, Mr. Dersh?
Well, that would be a good place to start, Chuck.
Let's do that.
That would be a great place to start. So go ahead, you're up.
All righty, very good. First of all, on Facebook, you can... Where are you going?
Go. I'm right here.
Pee-pee chat room?
No, right here.
Oh, she's going to the refrigerator. Never mind. I am Chuck.Nellis.7 on Facebook. And I am...
I'm trying not to kill myself.
Don't kill yourself. That would be bad on the air.
Yeah.
And then I am at Chuck Nellis, many other places. On Parler, Gab, Tumblr, WeGo, CloutHub, USA.life, PolitiChatter, and what's the other one? That's it. Oh, also, I am on MeWe, but you won't find me there.
Nobody else is, right?
You won't find me there very often because nobody ever talked to me there. It's all little groups in that thing, and I just am not a group person. I'm a hello world kind of person.
You're not a groupie?
No, I'm really not. I'm not a groupie. So you can find me on all those places, and of course you can find me here in beautiful North Carolina. Miss Lisa.
Yes?
Where in the world can we find you?
Here.
Here. Yep.
In the trailer. Or in my office most of the time.
Yeah.
Or on Twitter.
Ah.
Twitter's especially weird lately.
Really?
Like weird.
I'm shocked.
No, not like politically weird. Weird like there's all these little whiny people going, "It was my birthday today and nobody said anything to me." And then somebody else is like, I post all these things and nobody ever answers me back. Or I don't have any followers. I'm like seriously, it's like a bunch of Eeyores. It's really weird. I don't even know if they're real people.
It's funny you say that because I posted an Eeyore thing to all the negative Nellies out there the other day.
But these are just like, and then there's also these things like, my son just killed himself today. Like really, like you came on Twitter to tell everybody that. Like it's.
Well, if somebody says please pray for me or
they
something,
don't even
that's
say
a
that.
different.
They
I
don't
know.
even say that. It's like sketchy.
Yeah, that's sad. Well, some people are just looking for attention.
It's really weird.
Oh,
or like,
by the way, you will see the rabbit hole thing on our show.
Oh, sorry.
We spend half our shows in the rabbit hole,
anyway,
and it's a lot more fun than sometimes sticking to the topics.
Twitter's being weird. So.
All right. So where else can we find you?
Not CloutHub.
CloutHub's a good site, but it's just you haven't found any traction yet.
Not for me.
Yeah, not so far.
Let's see.
I like
you know, also when I go there, because people go to, does Chuck know you're like this?
Oh my God, like that's breaking news. That's been on Twitter for 14 years.
Facebook.
12 years, 13 years, something like
Vintage Velma Finds on Etsy, because Vintage Velma is taken by somebody else that doesn't sell anything ever, apparently.
Bastards out there.
Also my store that is on exit 143 off of Highway 85/40 that merges together.
It's one of the busiest areas on the East Coast.
Apparently it's also a drug highway, but because it's
they're passing by. They're not stopping.
No, it's halfway between DC and
Atlanta. Yeah, halfway point.
And it has a lot of truck stops.
Yep.
That's about it.
Mine's Instagram.
Oh, I have Instagram.
Yeah. Do you actually socialize with people on Instagram, or is that as locked down as your Facebook is?
No, you can follow me there. I don't care. It's mostly a bunch of pictures of food.
Yeah, she's a great foodie. That we're trying to get a segment on our show where she actually cooks, but we've got to figure out the cameras to do that. Maybe that new camera will work for that.
I'm gonna cook in front of people.
Why not?
Because they'll be like, "Ew, look, she put something down on the counter and it was dirty." People are weird like that. They really are weird like that. You know what I mean? Ew.
Then you'll have to put a banner above it. Judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
I don't know, Lisa. I think some of the food I've seen, the pictures of food that you cook, I think people would be interested in it. Just my opinion.
I do. She's a phenomenal cook. She may not be the neatest cook, but you're a phenomenal cook.
I use every freaking utensil in my house.
I know you do.
Use a spoon and then I throw it in the sink and then I get another one.
The sink is empty and one meal later the whole sink is full. I'm like,
Well,
wow, how'd that happen? And there's only two of us.
I just do that. But
Hey, Jerry's here. Woo! Jerry hasn't been here. Hey, you guys interact with each other, please. Steve, who's Think Already, Lynn, Jerry, y'all say hi to each other because you're all good peoples.
What's Jerry been up to?
Anyway,
besides shooting things?
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Dershey. Where in the world can we find you, my brother from another mother?
Well, you can find me behind this microphone on Tuesday nights producing the Chuck and Lisa show. And speaking of that, we got notification that we're going to have a channel on CloutHub. So over the next week, we should be able to start live streaming to YouTube and CloutHub. And as soon as Lisa gets done with the Facebook page, we can add that as well. So kind of spread the show out. But anyway, I mentioned that because I am at Dersh on CloutHub. I'm also at Dersh on a few other places. USA.live, MeWe, Go Parlor. But if you want to find me, you need to go find me at CloutHub. Because that's where I hang out. So anyway.
That's where he hangs out.
That's awesome. Cool. All right, so it's been an interesting day today.
For you.
Well, it has been a weird day for me.
I had to go sit in the parking lot while you were getting your tooth pulled out.
Should I show them my hole?
That's personal, isn't it?
Nah, I won't get that personal.
It's a little personal.
Yeah. You didn't even show me a picture of the tooth they pulled out.
Right. I should send it to Dersh right now so you can post it right now. That would be funny.
I don't want to see it.
It's gnarly looking.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
So it was leaving on its own, and I finally got to the point where it was hanging out, and I'm like, I guess we're gotta go.
First, you asked me to pull it out.
I did actually. If Lisa could have done it just as easy as the dentist did, except the dentist had all that great Novocaine. Fortunately, I can feel my mouth again by the time the show came.
Antibiotics to remind me.
Yeah.
I think I left them in the car.
Oh no, that's terrible. All right, so it was interesting. I mean, it was really the easiest dental procedure I ever had. Folks were real nice. They were all wearing masks until we got me seated and got me ready. And
they made me go sit in the car.
Yeah, they made Lisa not sit in the lobby. They wouldn't let anybody sit in the lobby.
They didn't make me. They just asked me.
They also had a neat setup where they, how lobby chairs are all usually right in a row. They just reversed one.
So you can't sit on them.
It's like you can sit in one, you can't sit in the other. You can sit in one.
They flipped them over, yeah.
It worked out quite nicely, and it didn't look ridiculous.
My doctor's office does that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that was, this is my first doctor's visit, except to the VA and my other doctor in a bit. So it worked out very well. I mean, it was the most amazing thing. They inject. I'm sitting there talking, I know y'all are shocked that I'm talking. I never talk, do I? So the doctor's fiddling around, and all of a sudden he goes, "Well, you're done." And I'm still talking, and then 5 minutes later, he goes, "I took it out." And I went, "You took it out?" He goes, "Yeah, it was really easy." I was like, "I didn't even notice it." He goes, "I noticed." So no, that was kind of cool.
You didn't notice him like sticking his hands in your
Well,
mouth?
yeah, but I didn't feel anything like
Yeah.
yank,
Yeah.
like I did last time I had one. But teeth sometimes do that. So anyway,
Especially the older you get.
the older you get, the more stuff that goes on. So that was my day. So I was afraid that I was going to be drooling like the old what's his face? Who did the Jell-O commercials before he turned out to be a perv? Cosby.
He drools?
He did a great thing on The Dentist.
Oh.
His skit on The Dentist is still a classic.
Oh, it was. I saw
Isn't
him do
that
that
an awesome
live.
skit?
I saw him do it live at
Did he?
Orlando. It was the very first thing that was at the new arena that they
Right.
built for the Orlando Magic back in the day. I love that one, and the skit where his wife is pregnant and having a kid, and the doctor's like got a catcher's mitt, and
Yeah. And you did this to me. Remember that?
yeah,
Yeah. You know what? That's one of the most great disappointments of my life was Bill Cosby, because he was almost in hero status until that happened, and he's the last guy you ever thought would do that stuff. But turns out you just never know, do you?
Yep.
It's sad that you just never know. But anyway, back to teeth. So that was my day. So unfortunately for you guys, you don't get to watch me drooling all over myself, which would be worthy of putting on
watch
Twitter.
That later. I'm just
You're a hoot. Anywho. So anyway, I thought I'd start by talking about that, because that worked out perfectly. But my next topic was a lot of fun. Our good friend Steve, and what's his wife again?
Amy.
Amy. I always forget. Have been married for 20 years. And they actually had a big party in their backyard with a band and everything. Big backyard.
Everybody was spread out.
It was huge.
Nobody was standing on top of each other.
No, except those who wanted to.
Well, the people that were sitting next to each other were people that lived together,
Right.
basically.
Exactly. So everybody was there. Nobody was wearing masks, but everybody was spread out and it was outdoors.
All
so
the food was wrapped
the food was magnificent. I mean,
but all
really,
the
it was
food-
very professional and
all
very
the food was wrapped
boutique.
up, all the cookies were wrapped up, all the desserts were wrapped up.
But they weren't just wrapped up, but they were like fancy and stuff.
Yeah,
the
they're
way
really,
they did 'em.
really, really nicely decorated
Yeah,
individual cookies.
like boutique-y.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really cool.
little packages of s'mores. That was
So there were probably up to maybe 100 people there at the most. 75, 100.
Maybe peak 100.
Yeah. And everybody smiled. It was so good to see
was a
smiles
band.
on people's faces again.
It was a
and
real band.
people singing, and it was such fun. I mean, because let's face it, guys, 2020 has kind of sucked in a lot of ways, because we haven't been able to do the stuff we normally do, especially in North Carolina, because we've just been socked down for too long. But everybody was smiling and laughing. I guess a lot of people, it was probably their first time to get to see a lot of folks since all this started.
Yeah.
You know? So what do you think of the party?
Oh, and he gave you some pretty cool masks.
Okay. Yeah. We should have. We'll have to take a picture of this. One was
We'll
the
show 'em
dude.
next week.
One was the dude Bides, of course, and the other.
And it looked like the dude's sweater.
Yeah, it looked like the dude's sweater.
Sorry, I have itchy eyes.
And the other one was this mask really pulls the room together.
And it looked like the rug.
And it looks just like the rug.
Sorry, I have itchy eyes.
Nice. Hi, Chief.
Hello, doggy.
Is Mommy out?
yeah. Mommy's gone, so I'm
Oh,
got to
good.
deal with the doggy barking.
Well, everybody will know that's Chief talking in
She
the
didn't cut her
background.
finger off again, did she, today?
No, she's at a volleyball
No.
game.
Yeah. So, what was the highlight of your day going to that? Because it really
Who,
was
me?
cool seeing. Yeah, you.
I didn't realize his backyard was that big, for one thing.
Yeah.
And he has all those outbuildings
He's
back
got
there.
he's got like a huge party building.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And it was just really cute. All the
the lights and
the cookies.
He went to a lot of
somebody. Well, actually, I think Wendy and her
so
wife.
so a whole
Like
band,
a little community of
bar.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's like loved by the entire town we live in. He should run for mayor against me someday.
Except he's a liberal.
I love him anyway. His father and I had a great time. His father's as conservative as I am, and we're talking, and
he's talking about his, what was it?
It doesn't matter.
His golf club or something where they all sit around and drink beer.
Yeah. Well, all guys seem to have.
Well, but it's not even a golf club. They just call it that or something.
Right. But we're talking conservative politics, and Steve turns to Lisa and goes, "I guess we should leave them alone." It was funny. So that was the end of that conversation, and we got back into the party. But I'll tell you what, getting out to see people again, that was just awesome. That was my favorite thing.
And it wasn't like we were all sitting there breathing on each other or anything.
No. Well, it's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with seeing smiling faces and people interacting.
Yeah, but some people are dumb and they like group up together.
Well, there's one lady that carried it to the extreme. She wouldn't leave the porch the whole time.
Oh, yeah, she was, yeah. Well, maybe she has health issues. You don't know.
Maybe she has mental issues.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
I would never say something like that. Anything else you want to add on that topic?
No, it's
I had a great time. You didn't talk about it.
We didn't stay that long, and it was nice.
Yeah. It was good to see a band again.
And of course, the first thing that happens when we show up is the dog comes to see me. That happens every place we go.
Steve,
the dog, the family dog, comes up to see me
that's
first.
That's because you're Mrs. Doolittle.
Or maybe I smell funny.
You look funny. Oh, kidding. Steve, you're right. The 19th hole. 19th hole is a blast, to be honest. I've had many afternoons after 18 or 36 holes.
Hello, where did my dad used to work?
Well, your dad worked in a country club.
My dad was a country club manager for many, many years.
Yeah.
So one of my first jobs before I was really old enough to have a job was if somebody didn't show up that day, I would go help him at the clubhouse.
Yeah, fun.
Or take the golf cart and park it. There was a place, I don't know if all golf courses are like the back nine and the front nine cross.
Yep.
And we would park there and sell
that's where
crackers and beer.
And that's where the 19th hole always is, right at the meeting hole.
Yep, and it was on purpose because a beer was $1 and the crackers were $1. And so if there was 2 people or 4 people, that would be $4, and they would give you $5 and always let you keep the other $1, which was a lot of money in the 70s.
Yeah.
So
it was a good job. And of course your sister was a groundskeeper.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And of course, you sat there with the bikini top on. Not that I had any boobs at the time, because I didn't, as you know. But
thank you for that. All the gentlemen in the audience will be thankful that you informed them of this part.
What, that I didn't have any boobs?
And now you do.
Well, I was
babies
16.
do that. I know.
Yeah, they weren't there yet.
I'm kidding. That's funny. Oh, man, I used to love the golfing days. They were so fun at golf courses. You could do anything.
But getting to hang out at a country club was pretty free, too.
Oh, yeah.
For free was pretty fun because we got food,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. We did that when I was a little bit younger, an early teen. The golf club and the officers club on the base in Busan, South Korea were at the same place. And it was fun because you go in and everything's a quarter. Parents are all having quarter beers.
Yeah.
Back in those days, you know, because that's all they charged at the bases was a quarter, I think it was, or maybe even less because it was earlier than that.
Subsidized beer.
Now, I understand Dershie and Lisa have one favorite topic that we covered last year that we should. Oh, wait, I got to do one more thing, don't I, first, Dershie?
There's a bug.
That thing hanging over my head?
Yeah.
Oh, that?
I'm supposed to talk about that, aren't I?
Yeah.
Point up. Look.
Up, Chuck.
See that above my head?
You said up, Chuck.
Actually, in the middle of my head. That is the bumper sticker that I created.
Buy a can. That's what it looks like.
Buy a can, be a can.
Be a can, buy a can.
Well, that'll work too. But I created that bumper sticker. People are enjoying it. A lot of people buying it, and it's only $5.
Free postage.
Free postage.
In the U.S. I'm not going to mail them out of the U.S. anyway.
Oh, yeah, we might.
No,
If somebody wants to, I will.
It's not
Try
like
on it.
$5 bumper sticker, $5 sticker, and $50 postage stamp to send it to England.
Yeah, right. I know. That's why I haven't mailed out Ryan's box yet.
Oh, I've got a shocker. I'm drinking coffee during the show instead of beer because my mean old dentist told me I'm not supposed to drink tonight.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your mean old wife didn't buy you any beer because your mean old dentist told you not to drink any.
No, I was blaming the source. The mean old dentist told me not to have any beer tonight. So I won't be introducing a 5:30 beer 30 to everybody today like I always do. I know crap is right.
No, Tommy just sent me a
All right.
picture of the I think it's either the soccer room or the football room at Clemson, and it's just like amazingly lavish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, where the heck was I?
You're right there.
Oh, the sticker. So anyway, go. Stay on track.
Why?
Because otherwise we go into the complete ditch and never come back.
That's our show.
Anyway, be American, buy American. It's a $5 bumper sticker. I
Where
appreciate
can they buy it?
On eBay on your site called what?
Just look for the seller Louise.
Spell it.
Laweez. Louise.
No, Louise is usually.
Louise, not Louise. Louise. Laweez.
Like the band Weezer minus the ER.
Like a lot of kids spell G's Louise. That's how they spell it. Laweez.
I thought it was Louise.
They don't know any better.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's where you find the bumper sticker.
Louise.
It's really cool. I mean, I went to a lot of effort, and I made sure that Lisa got the colors, just the colors I wanted, so that they'd really pop on your bumper. For two reasons. It'll irritate your people who don't agree with you, and people who agree with you, you'll get a hell yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. Is that about right?
Yep.
And they're also made in America, just in
Yeah,
case
they are American. They're not like Chinese bumper stickers.
In case anybody's going to be a jerk.
They're American bumper stickers, made by American, sold by an American company, and that's how we. That's
I mean,
how
the
we
envelope that I send them to you might not be made in America, but I don't know because it doesn't say.
It doesn't say made in China on an envelope.
It doesn't say anything, but it's probably made in America, is my guess.
I hope so.
Because that would be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Stamps are made in America.
All right. Now that I covered that, I want to get to the topic that both Lisa and Dershie like to cover every year. This is our second or third year doing this together.
What?
The next topic is the entire aisle you see every single year about this time
the
pop
pumpkin
up.
Spice? Oh, it's
Pumpkin spice.
It's more than 2 or 3 years. This has been going on for like 5
No,
or 6 years.
I don't mean that.
now.
I meant us talking about it on the air.
Well, that's because we only had a show for 2 or 3 years.
Right. Exactly. That was my point.
But the funny part is, really, pumpkin spice doesn't taste like pumpkin. It's just the spices that you would use to make a pumpkin pie. So it's like cinnamon and cloves and all that stuff.
Exactly. But it's in everything now.
Yeah, I don't like it, but some people do.
I like it in some stuff, and I like it rarely, but not in not a whole
like
aisle's worth.
Pumpkin spice Cheerios and pumpkin spice biscuits and pumpkin spice coffee. And
I get all that pumpkin spice stuff. I don't care. If it's
You're
got
a girl.
pumpkin, if
You're
it's a
a
pumpkin pumpkin spice option, that's what I get. I don't care what it is.
Have you had pumpkin spice beer?
But that's the only. Oh, I have. I've got a 12-pack in my refrigerator right now.
Oh, cool.
Pumpkin beer that's.
I like the way it smells more than the way it tastes, I think.
I just love pumpkin spice so much. It's pumpkin spice just makes me think of fall. I mean, that's why I like it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't drink it.
I love pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I don't drink it in the summer. I'll drink it in the fall and the winter, but that's, not in the spring or summer.
Oh, you know what else? The kind of coffee that Starbucks came out with that you should get, Mr. Nellis?
What's that?
Maple pecan.
That sounds pretty
You need
delicious.
to try a box. A little box. Well, he likes maple because he's a Yankee.
I am. Well, yeah, I'm from Connecticut.
Or
I lived in New Hampshire.
if you're from Georgia, maple pecan.
Pecan.
Bacon.
Maple.
Bacon.
Oh, I love pecan.
Bacon.
Well, I lived in I lived in Texas, so it's pecan.
Yeah, it's either pecan, or pecan, depending on where you live.
Yep.
That might be good. For
Well,
a lot
of them grow in Georgia. A lot of them grow in Texas. Pecans.
Pecans.
I know. When I was a kid. I was from Connecticut, so it used to be pecan.
Pecan.
It was pecan. My mother would say, "It's not pecan. It's pecan."
It's pecan.
And now I'm just like, pecan.
But if you're from Georgia, it's pecan.
Pecan.
Yep.
That makes sense. I love Georgia. All right, so.
Whoa! What is that thing behind me there? That's neat.
Darcy's really sorting things out, isn't he?
What are those, like deer horns or something?
No, wood.
Yes, it's wood. It's
like
your
driftwood.
It's your new logo.
Cool.
Isn't that nice?
How come yours is a different color than mine?
Praline. Yeah, we
good.
like pralines. All right, so Dersh, tell us your favorite thing about pumpkin spice. Seeing you're the pumpkin spice fan.
Well,
favorite thing that has it in it.
Yeah, the favorite thing with it in it, or whatever.
Yeah, it's coffee is my favorite, but I do really like many of these pumpkin spice beers. The pumpkin beers, some of them are just pumpkin. Like the Good Gourd is pumpkin. It's not the spices so much, but there are a bunch of them which are just those incredible clove spices and stuff.
Yeah, clove and cinnamon. What is it? Just clove and cinnamon?
No, it's nutmeg, clove.
No.
It's
nutmegs. I forgot the nutmegs.
Whatever you would use to put in a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture of spices.
Yeah, it's just like three, 4 spices.
Yeah, definitely coffee is my favorite. I mean, it has to be good though. Can't
Yeah, I could do that for like a week or two. Like Thanksgiving morning or Christmas Eve. Those are good times for that.
Yeah, I don't drink the flavored coffee except for the pumpkin spice. That's the only one I drink.
Yeah.
It's flavored.
Ma'am.
All right, here it's cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, and sometimes allspice. Oh, here we go. Here's a question on Google. Does pumpkin spice make you poop? Who's looking that up? How weird is that?
Oh my.
Okay.
Well, that's the next topic we won't cover.
Okay, then.
Does breaking on Chuck and Lisa's show pumpkin spice make you poop?
Who is searching for that?
I don't know.
Maybe it does.
Maybe you should be eating it.
Maybe I should try some. There you go.
That's unbelievable.
Honestly, though, I mean, I really liked when pumpkin spice first came out, and there was just like pumpkin spice coffee and little this and that.
But now it's weird.
But now it's every freaking thing. They got cookies, they got breads, they got
pumpkin spice toilet paper.
No doubt. They probably have pumpkin spice air freshener.
They do, actually.
Do they really?
They do. Yeah.
See, that's just getting.
Oh, they do. Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah. You're such a hoot.
But you know what? That makes sense because they say when you're trying to sell a house, if you make it smell like apple pie, that's like one of the scents that guys love. So I can see where pumpkin spice would be similar to that, just more cinnamony and
Yeah. All right. So in our chat room, Pee-wee hates pumpkin spice. He hates pumpkin.
Well, doesn't like you either.
But he does like chocolate chip cookies, elk jerky, cold beer, and that's all he needs. And Steve asks, no bacon? Everyone needs bacon, guys.
Oh, tell him about that.
You know what? I could even like pumpkin spice bacon.
Oh, that might be good.
Actually, that wouldn't be horrible.
Well, you know how they make candied bacon?
I was thinking that candied with pumpkin spice on it. That might be a thing.
Maple, maybe. Maple pumpkin spice.
Now it's starting to sound like that donut I had last week.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
I had what was it? Chocolate bacon glaze.
It was this big fat donut,
huge.
thick.
It was a whole dinner.
With
like 4,000 calories.
3 pieces of bacon chocolate.
It was amazing. It was quite amazing. Oh man, who out there likes bacon? Raise your hand. That's everyone in America who responded to that one.
No, not the Jewish people.
They won't tell you, but even they like bacon.
They might.
No, I'm kidding. No offense, my Jewish friends.
I think
some of you are very...
I'm going to convert, by the way.
Very... Huh?
My friends have decided I'm Jewish after last weekend.
What?
Because I posted a whole bunch of stuff about
Your Jesus tweet? Jesus post?
no, not Jesus. About like the afterlife.
Yeah.
And how Jewish people see the afterlife, they don't see it as like a punishment, and some other stuff about how Ruth Bader Ginsburg died on Rosh Hashanah, and so like she's a saint now, and a bunch of other things.
Mhm.
And you know Jess from high school?
Yes.
And he's like, I always knew you were secretly Jewish. I always knew it. I knew it.
That's why he couldn't marry you, because
I
you
knew
were a
it.
Goya.
I was a Catholic. It's
Exactly.
even worse, right?
Oh, that's
I
funny.
just lost my sound, I think.
No, Dershey
Oh.
just muted.
Okay. Why? Because I'm talking about being Jewish?
No. Because Dershey's...
So,
Because Chiefy
doggy.
is barking is why. I see him. Chiefy is barking
you
over
know what
there.
else would be good?
What's that?
Pralines with bacon.
Everything's better with bacon.
Everything's better with bacon.
Bacon flavored toilet paper. People
Dude,
be eating their toilet paper.
Bacon flavored toilet paper.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not even right. That's not even
All
right.
right, let me get to the next topic.
All right.
We're having too much fun.
Hey, before
All
you
right.
move on, Chuck,
Yeah,
you
so-
know, Wendy's has just come out with what they call a pub burger.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's amazing. It's a burger with
Yeah.
French fries and like bacon and
Is that
pickles
the one with the pretzel
and-
bun?
and a pretzel bun. Yeah. Oh
It
my
actually
gosh.
tastes like a pretzel this time, because last time they
Yeah.
had a pretzel
Last
bun.
time it was mushy.
It didn't taste like a pretzel. It just tasted like a brown thing.
Right. It was mushy bacon.
And I like pretzels, but it didn't taste like a pretzel bun. this time.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
Let's see.
Wait, they put French fries on the
On the burger, yeah, it's really good. I'm not a French fry person. I don't even eat French fries. And I looked at it and I was like, but I want to take the French fries off. And I thought about it.
eat
I
them.
thought about it. I said, well, I'll just take a bite and see if I like it. Yeah. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's
Cool.
good. Well, I'm gonna have to try one of those. Hey,
Maybe
we're
we can
always gonna
split
give you
one.
guys good food because we love good
Maybe
food.
we can split one, because I'm on a diet.
Yeah. You're
Or I'll
doing-
have a bite. and you
Lisa
can have the
is
rest of
doing
it.
fantastically in her diet.
And that's not really a diet. It's like a
Push-wise.
It's a pay attention to. No, it's more like a pay attention to all the crap you eat and just eat crap only part of the time.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be real life. Because if I was on a diet,
I just call it push-aways because I just don't eat as
well, no,
much
if I was
as I
on a
normally
diet,
do.
I could eat like salad and strawberries for 3 weeks and lose 20 pounds or whatever. But that's not what I'm going to do the rest of my life.
Right.
Speaking of which, when I went to the grocery store tonight,
Yeah.
they had strawberry salsa again.
Oh,
Oh my god, it's so good.
where'd you try it?
I've had it at Lowe's. They make it all
Well,
the
why
time.
didn't you get any?
I did get some.
You bought a jar?
No, it's not a jar. They make it.
Oh, it's a tub
They
then.
all the stuff at Lowe's that's like fresh
Yeah.
is the stuff that's about to go bad, and they
They mush it together.
well, it's the same as the
Yeah,
chicken
why not?
salad.
Yeah,
like
it is.
it's the leftover rotisserie chicken.
Yeah,
We all
you're
know
absolutely
this.
right.
All the stuff that's about to go bad is what they make the other stuff into.
Right.
So they cut up all the strawberries and they put cilantro and something else in there, and it's not like really, really sweet. It's really good.
Sounds really
can
delicious.
even eat it
Cilantro with strawberry, huh?
It's good. You can
It
eat
sounds
it,
delicious.
You can even eat it for like breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm taking
I
it
like-
for lunch tomorrow.
I like peach salsa. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, that's good too.
Oh, that's
Mango
so good.
salsa is good.
Mango
good.
salsa is
Mango's
good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Chuck doesn't like peaches because he's weird.
Well, I never got into peaches. I guess it's because I was from New England and we had like apples and pears and.
Doesn't mean you can't try
I
peaches.
know, I just never had them. And
You're
then when I
weird.
had them, I didn't like them.
You should try it again.
Maybe.
You're a very strange person.
You'd know.
I know.
Takes one to know one, baby. Speaking of weird stuff, growing up, we all read People magazine because this is before the day of the internet.
Well, you did because you're
Well,
gay.
No, I'm not gay. I mean, everybody that wanted to keep up with the world of entertainment read People magazine. And today, when I'm looking around for topics that we could talk about in a non-political show, because so much of my life is politics, I'm reading the People magazine and I'm going, who?
You got that right, man.
Who?
Okay, well, you know what?
I don't know any of these people in People Magazine.
I used to get People Magazine for years and years and years and years. And I would get one, and I would leave it in my car, and I would look at it at stoplights, and then I would read the rest of it when I got home. You know when I stopped getting People Magazine?
Man.
When I got my iPhone. Because I was always looking at the iPhone at the stoplights instead of the magazine.
Yeah.
And I just stopped buying it. Plus, I never knew who any of the people were in it anymore anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't looked at it in decades because I'm really not
we don't watch The Bachelor, and we don't
watch Entertainment Tonight or any of that. We don't watch
The Bachelor. We don't watch Survivor.
Right.
We don't
none
watch,
of that.
we watch some good stuff, but we don't watch, the Real Housewives of Zimbabwe or whatever. Like they have like 5,000 of those shows, right? The Real Housewives of whatever.
Real Housewives of Zimbabwe.
I don't even know. I just pulled that out of my.
Now
That's hysterical.
Now there will probably be one coming.
I know the Kardashians. Never seen that. My kids used to watch that. I never watched any of those shows.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
oh my gosh, I've got to look that up.
I don't think that's real, but it might be now.
I mean, the stuff that's in this thing, I just go, oh, come on.
And they're not even Real Housewives. That's the
Well, I'm not talking. Now I'm looking at their page, and I'm like,
people?
Yeah, I'm looking at like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. 27-year-old daughter Bella shares rare selfie debuting blue hair. I don't care about that. I mean, that's nothing to do with what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, who cares if she's got blue hair? And who cares if she rarely does a selfie? I mean, some of the stuff on here, I'm just looking at it going, what?
Yeah.
I mean, the only one of them that I recognized at all was Christina Anstead.
Who?
Aunt Anstead from Aunt Anstead from Motor Trend TV.
Oh,
who does
you're
Wheelers.
weird. Yeah,
Hold
you're
on.
weird like that.
But no, you have seen. You have Christina and Tarek on their old show before they got in such a messy.
That one.
Yeah, that one. So she married this guy, Aunt Anstead, from Motor Trend TV. And apparently, they're already broken up.
But she had a kid with him, too.
Yes, she did.
That's bonus. That's money in the bank. Have a kid with everybody.
It's everybody on TV. So anyway,
like our friend said, he's been married 3 times. He gave each one of them a kid in a house.
That's so funny. He really does say that, too. Yeah. It's a funny thing. So anyway, I guess we're getting a little older, or...
Yes.
Or entertainment has become really lame. I mean, we don't watch any of those shows on these TV stations.
Well, no, but we also haven't watched, like, any of the Marvel movies, which is a big thing.
Right. We're not into all that.
Right, but that's a big piece of American culture right now. We just don't watch them. So we're old.
I do. I love the Marvel movies and that stuff, but
I've seen some of them.
I don't know any of these idiots who are on right now. I mean, they're just
no.
And the same thing with the singers. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I have no idea who these people are. The music, and I'm like.
Well, I posted a thing the other day about how the last time there was so much civil unrest, the music was much better. And one of my friends, who's a little younger than I am, said, "Oh no, the music now is so much better and so much more diverse." And I was like. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Bailey's right. Broadcast entertainment has become lame. I mean, how many different CSIs do you need? For one thing. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, while we're talking about that,
get off my lawn.
Slide job! No.
Well, we only got 18 minutes left, dude.
I know. Well, we get rambling on so many different topics.
Well, we gotta save something for next week.
We always have other things to talk about. So anyway, that's about all I got to say about People Magazine. It's just, I was so surprised to look at it because, I mean, before the internet age, that was really a thing. You read if you were in a doctor's office and you saw People Magazine, you'd pick it up and read it. But not anymore. It's a different world.
Hey, Gracie.
Hi, Gracie. Our cat has come to join the show.
She's our supervisor.
She usually comes and joins your online meetings. So, we got 20 minutes left, and every single week since we've been doing this, we talk about NASCAR. Because I like your background there, Dersh, before I switch over. The generation gap thing. Slick, dude. Very slick. We could talk about the generation gap.
Let's save that for next
Save that
week.
for other ones. That could actually become
we're
a segment.
Talk about silly season.
Yeah, we got to talk about silly season in NASCAR. All of us.
Well, you need to tell people what that is, because.
What NASCAR is?
No, not silly season.
I'll get to that.
Lisa, you messed up your camera shot, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. Hold on a second. The cat pulled my thing here. Hold on.
It's all the cat's fault.
Other way.
The cat's fault.
There you go.
It's always the cat's fault.
There you go.
Oh, hold on. There.
You're good.
Nope. There. Got it.
Thanks.
Oh, and now we got a cat. Look, see? Cat.
Hey, good.
Yeah,
Cat on camera. Cool.
Sorry, she's the wrong color. That she's not going to show up.
Oh, yeah. She's actually a beautiful, almost black cherry color.
Yep.
She's just gorgeous cat. All right. So anyway, NASCAR. There's a whole lot going on in that world. Besides there being a really good race going on, and 4 teams are out of it.
No,
so
you have to
now
explain
12. First of all, silly season is the crazy time in between almost the middle of the season till the beginning of next season, when drivers leave other teams and go to other teams and sign contracts, and teams go away and new teams get formed. And this week has been one of the most miraculous weeks we've seen in a long time. The biggest name in sports in the last 40 years has joined NASCAR. Michael Jordan has formed a team with Denny Wallace. Denny Hamlin. Denny Wallace.
He's related to Rusty.
Why not? All the rest are. With Denny Hamlin. And both of them have been friends, they say, for 12 years.
At least.
Seems longer than that.
Yeah, at least.
So anyway, they are going to form a new team in NASCAR. And God knows, with Michael Jordan's money, he's the primary owner of the team.
Yeah, he's the majority owner.
He's the majority owner. And Denny's no slouch. I mean, he's only worth $60 million himself. And their driver...
Wait.
What?
I want to tell everybody what my name for the team should be.
Go ahead.
Race Jam.
Race Jam. Like Space Jam. But with racing.
Jam.
Yeah. There you go.
If they call it that, you heard it here first.
You need copyright on it.
Yeah, like that's going to happen.
Like that's going to happen. Like that would matter. So anyway, their driver, they signed Bubba Wallace to a multi-year deal. So
and they're going to be a single car team.
Single car team. So that's the biggest news of the week, because Michael Jordan, I mean, he bought a basketball team and the world went bananas for a year.
Yeah.
Because, Michael Jordan everything he touches turns to gold.
He's only a month older than me.
Yep. He went to your rival school.
And
he was at UNC when you were at Duke, right?
Yes, and we actually have a kid, I think.
We have a kid together.
No, yeah. No, we have a kid. I think he has a kid and I have a kid that were born on the same day, I think.
Same day, same year?
Yes, I think.
That makes sense. You're the same age.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's my kid.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the big news.
That's pretty exciting.
And for Bubba, that's the greatest possibility he's had. But the team they're buying, actually, you knew the owner of, and sadly, he's decided to get out.
Jermaine.
No, I know, but they bought the license for Jermaine Racing, but they bought all the cars from Levine.
Oh.
Because they're all going to run Joe Gibbs Toyotas.
You only have one car.
Well, I know, but you have to have like 8-10 cars in your stable.
Well, he bought those cars and he bought Jermaine's cars.
He didn't buy Jermaine's cars because they're Chevys.
Oh, okay. And then where are they going to go?
They'll sell them. Jermaine will sell them.
Maybe they'll give them to Ty Gibbs. I mean, Ty...
See,
not Ty Gibbs. I know! There's too many Tys and too many Kyles.
Tie me up with your tie, Ty.
Too many Wallaces. Somebody come up with a different name.
That's funny. So anyway, also, I'm happy because there are going to be fans at the Roval.
Maybe.
Dershey. 7% capacity. Meaning that it's only 6,000 people, but seeing we had some of the...
7%? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
You found that?
I'm reading it now off.
Yeah, because our governor today said that any place that has over 10,000 people can have fans.
So why is it only up to 6,000 then?
They can't have all 10,000 people.
I know, but it seats 100 and something thousand.
Limited because that's what they decided they could have.
All right. Anyway.
It's not like it was sold out. It's not like it was sold out.
They could get a lot more than 6,000.
It's pretty well, yeah, but it's pretty
huge.
soon. It's pretty soon though.
Anyway, they did it in Bristol, but our governor's not the same governor as
No, our
Tennessee.
governor didn't say how many they could have.
Our governor set the limit. It says it right here.
Okay.
Cooper set the limit.
Well, maybe 7%. He doesn't want you to go.
Well, I could go because we had some of the best seats in the place, and they're going to call us to see if we want to go.
People already Ow! Sorry, that was the cat.
She should bite you.
That was the cat. Bitch.
She should bite you.
You better call tomorrow because people already had seats, and they're going to pick the people that already had seats.
Well, we had seats last year.
We didn't have them this year. People had already bought them last year for this year. Right. Ask Eddie. Talk to Eddie. Yeah. People already had seats, and they're only going to pick from those people.
Right. Anyway, so we hope to actually go to a race, which would be novel as hell.
And if not there, then Martinsville, maybe.
If I had known they were going to allow that many people at Bristol, we would have gone to that because we knew we had prime seats there last time, and they actually asked us if we wanted to go earlier. So, anyway, one more interesting topic from NASCAR is that Ross Chastain is replacing
he's not replacing Kyle Larson. He's taking the 42.
That's not what I'm talking about. Who drove it this year? The old 17 car. Kenseth. Kenseth is going back into retirement.
I know this stuff too.
Well, I didn't think you knew it because you weren't getting there. You're talking about Kyle Larson.
You shut up. Shut up, Chuck.
So Ross Chastain is going to drive the 42 McDonald's car with Chip Ganassi Racing. And this kid's another great story because he doesn't come from money like the Richie Riches do, who get the seats automatically. This kid worked hard to get a seat. He's known as Watermelon Boy because he comes from Watermelon Man because he comes from 8 generations of watermelon farmers.
He actually has a website, Melon Man. Yeah. Melon Man Racing.
Yep. Yep. He's actually had Melon Man cars and everything else on there. His family has money, but they didn't give it to him for racing. He had to do it on his own.
They're not rich. They're farmers.
Right, they're farmers, and they're not rich farmers. Apparently, there isn't that much money in watermelons. Breaking news. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, there's enough to make a living, but it's not like they're millionaires.
Yeah, no, they're doing all right. They're doing all right. Let's see. I've been so busy doing that, I haven't read their comments.
What?
You were a nerd. You read Steve says he was a nerd. Read Mechanics Illustrated. Yeah. If there weren't any science magazines in the waiting rooms, I always read the one with all the far out high tech stuff that was coming. I don't think that was Mechanics Illustrated.
Popular Mechanics.
Popular Mechanics. That was one. Yeah, that was one of them. I love those magazines, but that shouldn't shock you, seeing I've been a geek for my whole life.
I knew that, Pee-wee.
Pee-wee says, dude, there's not that much money in any kind of farming. Okay. We sure do appreciate the hard work, though.
What about pot farming?
Yeah. That's a little bit more profitable.
I don't know.
I was just going to say, James Belushi is getting rich with his pot farm.
Did you watch that show?
I watched part of it. I couldn't take it. I mean, I love James Belushi.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it. It's just so.
It was boring. His brother, I like James.
It was so boring. I love both of them.
We watched it a little bit.
I tried to, but it was terrible.
Yeah. All right. Well, seeing we're doing this, I'm going to introduce the last topic for the last 8 minutes or so.
Yes.
Marijuana in North Carolina is illegal. So you're talking about pot.
Well, first of all, let's do this. Okay, so North Carolina is obviously huge in tobacco.
Yes.
And then I don't even know. 10, 15...
We talked on this briefly last week,
15
but
years
I want to
ago,
expand
they
on it.
paid everybody to stop growing it for a while.
Isn't that amazing that people were paid not to grow tobacco?
Like-
and a lot of money.
Like the guy I worked for.
He made a lot of money.
He never grew it. He just bought a farm that used to be a tobacco farm, and they would send him like $5,000 a year just to not grow tobacco.
Right.
So then they figured out it was really smart to grow hemp there
Right.
because of the
And-
way that the soil is.
And for those of you who don't know, hemp is what made America. All those lassos and ropes and stuff that you see.
rope, clothing,
Clothing,
paper,
everything that you see
oil.
from back in the 1800s and earlier
it can
was
make
made out of hemp.
It can make like a bazillion
It wasn't made out of
things.
cotton mostly.
Right.
It was made out of hemp.
Hemp can make like a bazillion things.
It can. And all hemp is the male version of pot.
It has
basically.
no. It
has no THC in it.
Right.
So it's never going to get you high if you smoke 1 billion pounds of it.
So anyway, so they started growing it in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Then they decided we can't have hemp in North Carolina because the
Hi,
police,
Jan.
because the police can't figure out if it's pot or not. So you can't have it at all, even though it's going to make us $1 bazillion by growing it.
Right.
So they're trying to make that illegal. So I'm not really sure where that stands.
Oh.
I think they're still allowed to have it, but I'm not really sure.
Very good.
But I mean, North Carolina.
Well, it doesn't make any. It makes
North
no
Carolina
sense.
lost a ton of money by not
The
selling.
only
by not
reason
growing it.
North Carolina doesn't want to legalize pot yet. So their answer to this is we can't have hemp because we can't tell the difference between hemp and marijuana.
Right.
And I'm like, that is the lamest response I've ever heard in my life.
Pretty much.
My friend Jan just joined us. She is actually, it's quite early there. She's on the west coast of Canada.
Canada?
Canada.
Cool.
Yep.
The pretty part?
Where are you from in Canada? Vancouver, if I remember right. I can't remember. She'll let me know. She's a friend of mine on WeGo.
Cool.
Yep.
I hear British Columbia is really, really pretty.
Oh,
It
Oliver,
is.
tell us about it sometime.
It's gorgeous. I can tell you about it.
Yeah.
I've been there 3
Yeah.
times.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
Gosh, Durst. Show off.
I was there for the 1985 World's Fair out there in
neat.
in Vancouver, and it's gorgeous. We stayed. It was about 60 miles east of Vancouver. We camped, and it's right in the middle of these gigantic Rocky Mountain
Oh, look,
ranges.
she's from there. We're going to Jan's house. We're going to
Vancouver's
Jan's house.
nice. And a few years ago, we went back out. I've been over all the way through British Columbia up over the Yukon on the train, and then we've been.
That would be so fun.
We're
Oh, it
going
was.
to Jan's house.
Been to Victoria Island.
Oh,
and see
beautiful.
the gardens out there. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous out there.
I only went to one World's Fair ever, but it's probably the most famous one that people talk about. I went to the 1964 World's Fair in New York. I was so young, I don't remember it too much.
You remember everything.
But I do remember being there. At 4 years old, it's hard to remember quite as much.
You keep saying
I
you
do.
remember crap when you were 2.
I remember my first memory was watching the old Jeopardy.
I think you do.
No, I remember it.
You do know there's a whole thing about.
Yeah, I know, but I remember the vision in my
Yeah,
head
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
All right, so Jan says, lived in Vancouver for quite a few years, retired in Caribou. Very nice. Yep, it's beautiful country out there.
I've been to Caribou too.
Jan's house.
Have you?
I've been to
I
Caribou.
haven't been to
yeah.
any of it. Yeah. Well, I'm being from the East Coast. I've been up to the East Coast of Canada. You know, up Nova Scotia.
Come on, say it right.
What?
Canada.
Canada. As you wish. Fair amount of movies are made in Vancouver.
Yep.
And there's a bar in Vancouver that has the best chicken
Well,
leg.
that's a reason to go.
Hey, there's a reason. You gotta go.
I spent
The
$5,000 to go to Vancouver so I could have some chicken wings.
Was Sylvester Stallone, not Rocky, but where he was the war hero, or
Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo. The place we stayed, the city we stayed at, we went to the World's Fairs where they recorded or they made the movie Rambo.
Oh, cool.
Oh, his mom died, by the way.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Speaking of which, I actually knew Sly Stallone's mom. She used to come into the bank that I worked at in Potomac where they lived. And,
did she hit on you also?
no, well, I don't know. I really wasn't paying that much attention. I was trying to look professional. We had a lot of famous people that used to come into that bank. It was quite interesting. But I used to sit for hours with her, and nobody, of course, would say anything because she has a ton of money, and, of course, because of her son. But it's a shame that she left. But then again, she was 90.
Like 100.
She was 98 years old, so God bless her. Rest in peace, man. It was nice to know you.
Yeah.
Jan, can you speak? Jan, we're actually going to be doing call-ins very soon.
Yeah, we haven't got that set up
We haven't
yet.
gotten that set up yet, just because we just got it going. But I will inform everybody how to do it within directions. Hopefully next week, maybe, Dersh?
It depends. I mean, I'm working on it, but I also probably will be working on getting us on the Cloud Hub this week, so I'm not sure.
That's cool.
There you go.
But I'll try.
Yeah.
Well, and remind people that after we go away in 1 minute, that you guys have another show that I will not be here for, and you can talk as much.
Yes, we
crap
are.
as you
We
want
are
to.
on back. We are back on at 8:30 for our show. We've only got a couple minutes left here, so I better
1
start
minute.
wrapping it up.
1 minute.
Yes, Pee
Wrap
Wee,
it up.
I worked in a bank. My happiest memory was once counting $1 million. It wasn't mine, but it was fun counting it. All right, so the next show will be the Right Side of Politics with me and Dersh. We'll be on at 8:30, and we will be back on this show next week at 7 o'clock, as always. Please subscribe down below. That way you'll get a notification, and all you got to do is click on it, and you go straight to it. Okay?
And please subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, please do subscribe, and also give us a thumbs up down below there.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate that. Jan worked down in Vancouver, and that was where the universities were. Very cool. Very cool. Well, Jan, we want you to come on, and we want you to talk about Vancouver with us.
Yeah, I went to a beer fest at the University of Vancouver.
That'll be fun.
Beer or bear?
Beer fest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It sounded like you said bear fest.
You think everything's
Beer.
gay.
No, not a gay bear fest. Like, it's Canada. I thought they had bears and
You
stuff.
think bears are going to get together for a convention?
They might. You don't know.
On that note.
You don't know.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Oh, God.
You don't know everything.
All right, you guys. Come back at 8:30. I've already posted the link. I'll post it again, so I'll repost what I posted earlier so you guys can see it. Jan, thank you for subscribing, and you'll get a notification now when the show comes on.
Yay.
Anything else anybody wants to add?
Hi, Jerry. Hi, Pee Wee. Hi, other person.
Yes,
forgot.
thank you,
Steve.
every one of you, for joining us in the chat room. Dershie, anything to add?
Just join Chuck and I in about a half an hour. We'd love to have you on the Right Side of Politics. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back next week at 7 o'clock on Tuesday for the next episode of the Chuck and Lisa Show.
Yay.
Good night,
See y'all.
everybody.
Good night, y'all. Thank you for joining us.